I'm Miss Purple, and today I'm going to be teaching a restorative pose for back and shoulder pain. It's just a simple relaxation pose that can ease the tension if you just understand that you're usually leaning forward in everything we do, okay? So what this is doing is this is taking your shoulders out of the socket. So by reintegrating your joints, by lifting up and pulling your shoulder blades back onto your back body. So if you see it from the back, you can see my shoulder blades working on the back. That's what you want to do, because that's going to relieve the tension in your neck, because those are the strong muscles in your body that can help hold your shoulders in place rather than doing this, which causes kyphosis. Later on, you'll be basically a hunchback if you continue to do that. So we really want to learn to lift up out of the bad posture. And so this pose is a restorative way without using, basically you're relaxing into a good posture. And it's really good for people that work on the computer a lot, that are overworked. So I'm going to start with the most simple version because I try to teach it the way that I do it and most people cannot do it. I'm going to use this darker block because it's easier to see. So to start, in essence, I just want you to understand that what we're doing is I'm placing this block underneath your shoulder blades so that you can feel your shoulder blades on your back. And what's going to do is it's going to lift. So I'm going to place the block down, and then you're going to probably have to adjust it a couple times to get it right. So keep your legs bent, and then just slowly lower yourself onto your arms, and then feel where the block is underneath you and put it so that it's under your shoulder blades. And this will work for pretty much anyone. I know if you're bigger, it seems like it doesn't work, but it will, because you're just lifting the base of your chest, your shoulder blades. And then you're just going to allow yourself to lay over it. Now, this is where you want to have a small, like a blanket or a really flat pillow, or something that, if you need a regular pillow, whatever you need for underneath your head. So if you have any neck issues, you want to have that immediately ready to just put under your head. Okay, you can put another block, whatever you need for your head where it feels comfortable, but just don't give up either. You want to have a little bit, if you can get a little bit of a back bend in your upper body, in your neck, it would be good too, depending on where you are, of course. Don't hurt yourself. And you can also start small by keeping it elevated and then lowering it as you go with you get a different, I have a shorter block here, a thinner block, or you can fold your pillow, your blanket, and then you can unfold it once. Whatever you need to do for your body, the prop, in essence, is you bringing the floor to your body. So this is just the floor coming to your head. So anything that you can use to bring the floor to your head works. And especially because it's your head, you want something soft. So now that you're here, allow your shoulder blades to open. And the natural weight of your body does this for you. So now I want you to turn your thumbs outward and just rest your hands on the floor, out to the side of your body, with your thumbs moving towards the floor and your hands open. That gives you that rotation of the shoulders, that open your shoulders, rotating them into the shoulder sockets. You're not necessarily doing that here because you're in a relaxed pose, so it's just naturally doing it with the lift and the elevation. And that's why it's such a great pose, because it's a restorative pose that almost anyone can do. Now, for those of you, now this is how you get off. Watch me closely. To get off, you roll over to your side. But I don't want you getting up yet. I'm just showing the people that need a deeper pose. If you're in this pose, stay in it for 5 to 7 minutes. 7 minutes is really the best. You could stay in it longer. It's not going to hurt you. It's good for you. It's opening your chest. It's giving your heart space in your body. It's actually a really good pose where your heart is elevated, so it doesn't have to work as hard. It's a gentle resting pose because your body's laying down too, so it doesn't have to pump really hard. And you're lifting your chest, you're honoring your heart with this little heart pedestal. Okay, so now for those of you that want a deeper pose, that are more flexible, roll over to your right side, push yourself up with your arms so that you don't jostle your nervous system. You want to stay in that relaxed state after doing this kind of pose. The last thing you want to do is shock your nervous system by forcing yourself up through the center. Don't do it. I don't care how strong you think you are. I used to do that all the time. Oh, no, you're actually disturbing your body after this is a restorative pose. This is not an active pose. You're relaxing into this pose. So now for the people that need another level up, okay? We're going to take the block and you're going to put it right up against your spine. It's going to move a little as you move back. That's fine. That's where it needs to be. Just a little bit. And then you lay over it and then you'll feel the top of the block right underneath your shoulder blades. Keep rolling back. And then this is where whatever prop you need for your head is already there. Now you can keep your knees bent depending on where you are. You want your bottom on the floor, touching the floor. So if you can't do that, then go back to the first one with the block under your shoulder blades. You're not ready for this one yet. I don't care what you think. Don't go ahead if your body isn't ready for it. That's the problem here. Your mind and your body need to be together on this, okay? So now that you're here, you can just really allow your shoulder blades to open wide. And if you can't do this one right away, do the first one for a while. And then after you've done that one for 5 to 7 minutes, then try this one. And you might be able to do it because you're going to be open more. And it's not going to hurt you to do another restorative pose that's a back bend that's really good for your posture. It's the opposite of everything you're doing in your everyday life, from driving to putting makeup on to writing to computer work. Everything we do is pretty much almost like a forward fold. Or even worse, when we're using our phones, it's actually kyphosis. We're literally having TextNet. We're creating issues in our body. I've heard of children developing an extra bone in the back of their neck to try to support this extra weight that they're putting on their head by hanging it forward. It's an unnatural position. So really pay attention to that. Don't let your children do that. You want to have strong arms, hold the phone up in the air. Figure out different ways to do it. We need to figure out something that's not going to give us terrible posture as we get older. And also beauty things for women, under the chin, the muscles under the chin, you get a double chin. I've noticed on myself, I need to really always lift up out of that area. So many bad things come from bad posture. It doesn't look good for any reason. So now that you're here, you can just lengthen out your legs if you'd like to go even deeper into it. And just lay over the block and continue to feel the opening of your chest. And put your timer on and make sure you stay here for 5 to 7 minutes. And when you're done, remember to roll over to your right side and use your right hand on the floor to push yourself up. Okay, good. I hope you guys got that and heard me. Sat Nam, everyone.